Hey, I'm John Everts from California Leasing, and welcome back to Agents in Community. I'm here with a new friend, Shilpi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm super good. Super good to meet you. And Martin, thanks for introducing us to a new realtor. I mean, it's weird how you can work in the same community for years and somehow not bump into each other.
Right.
And then you're like, what? And you were right across the street from us for a little while, too. So
that's right.
At HomeSmart.
Yeah.
So we like to bring on agents that we believe from the way they work and the way they're involved that they're making the community they live in a better place, and it's lifting everybody up. And Martin speaks very highly of you. So I just wanted to talk a little bit and find out, like, what makes you so dang good at real estate. We'll start with a little bit of background. So you're at HomeSmart. How long have you been doing real estate? Did you do anything before real estate?
So I'm almost 6 years in real estate, like active real estate. Before that, I was a professional photographer, but that was just for my own interest, like for my families. And same thing I did, like online interior decoration course. Same thing. I didn't do anything professionally, but just for my home and all.
Well, so that's pretty cool because both those skills translate really nicely into real estate.
Right, and it is. You can say it's a luck, and it will like nicely merge into the real estate, and it's helping me these days. Like since beginning, it's helping me.
Okay. And I know we cheated. We talked a little bit before we started. So you also, right before you got into real estate, your kids were younger and you were involved at the school.
Yeah, I was involved in the school as a PTA member. I helped them volunteering in the class and all those talent shows.
That's like a full-time job.
It's a full-time job.
Full-time job. Anything with a PTA.
It's like after hours and weekends and
right.
stuff.
So yeah, as I like to be busy all the time, and I thought if they are in school, I'm helping school, plus I will close to my kids, plus I'm helping the school also.
Awesome.
So that way.
And your kids have now moved on from that school.
Yeah,
they're in high school now, or what?
They're in high school. So
they
said, okay, Mama, now we don't need you anymore. Just drop, pick up, done.
Yeah. No, as very much often happens.
Yeah.
So then, from being in that, we asked you earlier. We were talking about how you got into real estate, and it sounds like you and your family had done a real estate transaction that maybe didn't go as well as you wanted.
Yeah.
And your husband turned to you and said, I think you can learn this, and that was the starting point for you.
Yes, that was starting
Tell me
point.
about
There was
that.
no intention to join real estate. I never think about that one. I have no clue before that. But when I was studying, I started developing the interest in that one, and I think this is what is my destiny, and I really love it.
Okay, so you've climbed a very steep ladder. I want to jump in here, John, because I know Shilpi. I've worked with her now for some time. I did not know that you were only 6 years is enough time now where you know your way, you know the ropes. You're not a rookie anymore. But usually to get to the top of being one of the best realtors in the community takes a long time.
Yeah.
Right.
And you've done that. I know for a fact that you have ranked at the top of the class at your organization, at your real estate office. I've seen you receive multiple awards, and I won't repeat them because I don't know all of them.
Thank you.
Maybe you can do that. But I've seen that.
you.
But I've also get metrics from our company. And I remember, I think I surprised you once when I had sent you an email saying, Shilpi, you realize you're ranking in the top of LA County, and we can go bigger into the state and see that you've done that. You've done that progression. What's your secrets here? How have you gotten so good so quick?
I know, because first of all, I always want to help people. I never use real estate as it's for transaction. I have to close this many transaction a month or this many transaction in a year. I never think about that one. I never calculated how much I'm making and all those things. That's you can say
it's not why you do it.
That's not the drive.
It's not. All I wanted to know how my clients, are they getting good deal? Are they happy with whatever the home they are? If they are looking for some specific home, am I providing them all those listings and all? So
I want to add to this a little bit because you said something kind of in passing when we were talking earlier, but it's probably more powerful than you realize, and that is, where does your business come from?
It's all my past clients, and it's all referrals.
So 100% referrals
Yes.
from past clients, or working with past clients again?
Yes,
okay.
yes, working with past clients again.
I mean, that is a hard business to build because you can't just go into a transaction and, screw it up and then get a referral, which speaks really highly of the quality of work that you're doing.
That's my biggest fear, and that's what I want. That's what I say. I don't believe in quantity. I believe in quality. I want to be present with my clients all the time. Doesn't matter whether it's a small step or the big step. I want to be there. Even if you ask me, my 2021 any transaction, if you ask me, did that home has a clear termite? I can answer you right away. Yes. I'm that much involved with my client.
She's involved in the details.
Yes. Even my client, they ask me, okay, do you remember where was that electrical thing? I said, okay, go check behind the garage things and all. I said, okay, there you go.
It's interesting to me that I just looked this up. The average home price in Santa Clarita today is like $930,000 or something.
Right.
So you have this $930,000 asset. Maybe you owe money on it, maybe you don't, but you're ready to sell it or buy one. That's a huge purchase.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That is a huge transaction. If somebody came to me and said, I have $930,000, I want to buy stock, I would be like, oh my gosh, who do I refer them to, because I cannot mess this up.
Right.
But for some reason in real estate, we often think like, do I have any relatives that have a license or something that I can help them out? It's a terrible way to choose a realtor.
Yeah.
It is.
And so, speaking of the quality of work and the fact that you're getting the referrals from your past clients, I think you could feel confident referring someone to Shilpi. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't say that about every real estate agent.
No, and that's exactly it. She's involved in the details. And the proof is in her success rate, the repeat business, and the demographics, the statistics support what she's doing. And I realize I don't want to say you're not a numbers person, because I know you very much are involved in the numbers that matter for your clients, but you're not a numbers person in the sense of using that. Yeah, she knows interest rates better than I do. But no, numbers in the sense of the metrics that require her to drive her business to another level. Her focus seems to be more of, and I'm not speaking for you, I know this about you, is if I do a great job to the best of my ability, that's going to produce X number of results.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't need to worry about those numbers because they're going to take care of themselves.
Right.
And that's where the whole referral business comes in. Yeah. So I would ask you, how many years has it been since you left the PTA? Has it been 6 years? Or
yeah, it's almost.
Any business come from that? Because you weren't in the business back then.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Because of all my friends.
But there were different relationships. Just curious.
Yeah.
That was. But I love the fact that it started out of a conversation with your husband going.
And I always mention that I'm doing just part-time, because my kids are in high school. They still need me. I have a family.
So your family's a priority.
Family is my priority. I'm not doing this full-time, even though I don't have time to do anything else.
Yeah, I was going to say, but I don't know that I would say that, though, about yourself. I don't want to make it sound like that's a limiting feature. I think that you're putting into real estate what real estate requires and what you're capable of doing.
Right.
You realize the priority is my family. If we're going to take a vacation, we're going to plan that. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be there for them. But when you're in real estate, you're 100%.
Right.
You're not holding back. And I know you'll work the long hours because you and I have been on the phone late at night. So you'll do what it takes. So I don't know that I would say you're part-time. It's not, there's nothing else competing for it. But yeah.
If we go back to the referrals, because this is what I'm trying to get at. We talked about this. There's two different types of realtors. There are transaction-based and there are relationship-based. Mm-hmm. I'm a relationship-based business owner. I know Martin is too, and now I know you are too. And the tough part about it is if you're transactional-based, you open and close a transaction, you're done. If it goes badly, you cancel it. Like, it's just going through the numbers and hitting your metrics is what you call it.
Right.
Yeah. If you're relationship-based, there's a lot more on the line.
Right.
It's more like entering into a marriage sometimes with your client. It's a long-term thing. A realtor I really love is selling a grandkid a home where he sold the grandparents a home years and years ago. I love that view of the transaction. But it is hard because there's so much on the line. You can't just be like, oh, this one's too hard, I'm out of here. How do you balance that? Like, is that stressful for you?
No. It's all, if you're doing it just for getting the business, you cannot succeed in that. It should come from your heart that you really care for your client.
So the best way to choose a realtor is not go on and see who sold the most houses last year?
It's depending upon the
maybe
clients.
Maybe they're really good?
Maybe they're really good, but if they want to pick me, I want to be there 100% for them. And even after close of the transaction, I'm still in touch with all my clients.
You said that earlier. She said she was emotional.
Yep.
Very emotionally involved in that.
Yeah.
Which basically translates to, I care. That's what I hear you saying.
Right.
I care about who becomes my client, and you don't take that lightly.
And
You take
it
that
also
responsibility.
translates into having a common goal with the client, which is what's the best thing for the client.
Right.
Right. So your goals are aligned instead of you having your own goals and your client having their own goals.
That's a good
They're
way.
aligned perfectly. And I love working with people like that. It makes your job more enjoyable, doesn't it? When it's more fulfilling.
Makes it feel like you're only working part-time.
I guess. I don't know if I feel like that, but that's amazing.
Yeah, I know, but I stopped saying this. Before I used to say that, oh, I'm doing it part-time, I'm doing it part-time. Then say, oh, really?
Yeah.
You are in top 5 and you're saying you're doing it part-time.
Exactly.
I said, okay,
You're
now
in the
I
top
think I
5.
should have stopped saying this now.
Exactly. Well, that's why I called you out on it. So I'm glad I
know.
called you
You
out
have
on
2
that.
plaques in your office. It's like top 5 part-time.
I know. So I said, okay, I think people are thinking that I'm saying it just for saying. I said, okay, let me stop saying that one. So,
Well, you can say test. It's fine.
But she keeps raising the bar, not only at HomeSmart, in your own personal business, in our community. That's what this is all about.
Totally.
I'm
I mean,
thrilled to have you
bringing
here.
quality work to the real estate industry challenges everybody to elevate, right? It brings,
Yes.
I mean, for a long time, real estate agents were ranked like just above used car salesmen, and they were just above like
That's a
personal
good
injuries
point.
attorneys or something like that. So now it's, making the real estate profession professional. I like people who work like that. So
Yeah.
Right.
I know everybody does. So if you need a realtor who knows what she's doing, who puts in the work to study, and who has your best interest at heart, call Shilpi. I mean, and do it confidently.
Yeah.
oh, thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Yeah.
Thank you
Thanks,
for coming
Shilpi.
on today.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thanks
Hopefully
for
we'll have you
inviting
back
me.
sometime, and we'll do this again.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you so
Have a great
much.
And thank you for joining us on Agents and Community, and we'll see you next time.